My beloved, unlimited, you are the sun of love and light. Really, nothing can be more beautiful. So, do we accept this? God Father has created you. He has extended to you and to me. We are His beloved, unlimited child of light and love. In such a beauty, He has created us. Practically, He has given Himself to us. There can nothing be more beautiful than we are. But this we have here denied. And now is the lesson of today. That is the lesson of salvation. The total. My salvation comes from me. My salvation comes from me. And this is a decision, brother. When I say brother, I mean everyone, as we are all the Son of God. Doesn't matter if you have a female costume like me, we are not a body. We are the Holy Self. We are the presence. So we have learned that we are responsible for our thoughts, we are responsible for our emotions, for our feelings, for our experience. We choose what we want to experience. And that's the truth. So we are free, we decide. My salvation comes from me. When I believe to be a body, now, here in this world, and identify with a figure, with a form, I am threatened by all circumstances. Because anything can hurt me. But when I accept my holy self, what I am, what I truly am, the beingness, the presence, that I can choose to be God, God's Son, His extension. This is the truth. Do I want to be happy? I want to be happy. Do I want to be healed? Then I choose to be that being, that unlimited being created by God. But against this liberation, the whole matrix of separation is against it. But we don't have to believe in it. When we do not believe in humans, in animals, in the world, it's not real. No. Let's make a jump today. You are me and I'm you. We are one forever in the Father. There we live. There nobody ever has hurted us, and we didn't hurt anyone. We are free. So my salvation comes from me as I invented this world. I made it up. I split it myself in billions of ideas. Out of fear, out of the idea of guilt, of separation from God. And projected on God Father that He is practically hunting me and wants to punish me for what I did. No, it's all not true. God Father is love and He loves me. He has created me and He kept me safe in Him. So I just have to awaken to that very fact and accept it. Do you want that? I want this. And this is our decision, my love. It is our decision. We can decide today to be eternally free of suffering. We can decide this for us as a whole. And thus we redeem the whole world as we are the whole world. We just have to let go the idea that humans, animals, this world is not real. What we made up is a hell. God did not make up that hell. It's not real. So let us jump. Let us jump today to be free. Wow, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. That in me is the power. In me is the power. I'm the whole universe. I'm not a body. I'm free. Okay, let's start. Again, a lot of text. My salvation comes from me. All temptations is nothing more than some form of the basic temptation not to believe the idea for today. Salvation seems to come from anywhere except from you. So too does the source of guilt. You see neither guilt nor salvation as in your mind, and nowhere else. When you realize that all guilt is solely an invention of your mind, you also realize that guilt and salvation must be in the same place. In understanding this, you are saved. So I made up guilt, I made up all the beings here. I invented this whole thing, and so I can let it go. I am free. Oh, God, Father, you have created me. I am free. I am pure. For the sinlessness, Father gives a guarantee. I am His Holy Son, in Him safe. Okay. The seeming cost of accepting today's idea is this. It means that nothing outside yourself can save you. Nothing outside yourself can give you peace. I am peace. God gave me peace. But it also means that nothing outside yourself can hurt you, or disturb your peace, or upset you in any way. I am the presence. I am invulnerable. Today's idea places you in the charge of the universe, where you belong, because that is what you are. Just imagine, you are the whole. You are the whole universe, one with me. God Father gave you the whole creation. This is not a role that can be partially accepted, and you must surely begin to see that accepting it is salvation. Yes, I am the whole. I am the whole. I'm not a body, I'm mind. I'm the whole, there's only one mind, and that's what I am. I'm whole and holy. It may not, however, be clear to you why the recognition that guilt is in your mind entails the realization that salvation is there as well. God would not have put the remedy for the sickness where it cannot help. That is the way your mind has worked, but hardly His. He wants that you to be healed, that you to be healed. Father wants that I'm healed. He wants that you to be healed. So He kept the source of healing where the need for healing lies, sure. So Father wants that I'm healed. Father wants that I come back to Him in His love arms, that I'm that what I really am. Yes, you have tried to do just the opposite, making every attempt, however distorted and fantastic it might be, to separate healing from the sickness for which it was intended, and thus keep the sickness. Your purpose was to ensure that healing did not occur. God's purpose was to ensure that it did. Today we practice realizing that God's will and ours are really the same in this. God wants us to be healed, and we do really want to be not to be sick, because it makes us unhappy. Yes, I am the whole. I am the unlimited one. I am free in the Father. Therefore, in accepting the idea for today, we are really in agreement with God. He does not want us to be sick, neither do we. He wants to be healed, us to be healed, so do we, sure. God wants me that I come back to Him and that He makes me happy, that I accept that what I am in Him. He loves me so much. He loves me, has surrendered to me, has given me all the treasures. That's what I am, and not a human. That's not the truth. Just let us be jumping in the Holy Spirit we are. Begin this practice period by repeating the idea for today, adding a statement signifying your recognition that salvation comes from nothing outside of you. You might put it in this way: my salvation comes from me. It cannot come from anywhere else. No. I'm the light, I'm the life, I'm the whole. I'm the child of God, the unlimited one, safe and saved in the Father. Then we devote a few minutes with your eyes closed to reviewing some of the external places where you have looked for salvation in the past, in other people, in possession, in various situations and events, and in self-concepts that you thought to make real. Recognize that it is not there, and tell yourself. So we remember all the things where we, in children, in a good partner, in love relation, in friend relation, in possessions, in the job we had, and whatever, in music, and it didn't work. It did not work. As a human, I cannot be happy. As a human here, it's impossible. I'm imprisoned. And I'm separate from the others. There's no communication. There's no love. And I invented all the figures out of fear. And when I'm believed to be in a body, I am fearsome. Anything can hurt me. And I'm a deficiency. So I want. That is no life. This is no life. I have to decide, and that's me. No one else can do it for me. To what I really am. The most beautiful, unlimited child of God in the Father. The Holy Self. The beauty. The peace. The love. Not a body. I'm the whole universe. And all the rest is not true. So it must be very clear today that I have to let go the whole world. Not one thought is true here. When I believe in that world and value anything here, I'm in hell and make up the hell. Must be very clear. I decide for heaven. I decide for my true self. Now we will try again to reach the light in you, which is where your salvation is. You cannot find it in the clouds that surround the light. You cannot find it in this world. It's only clouds. And it is in them you have been looking for it. Yes. It is not there. It is past the clouds and in the light beyond. Remember that you will have to go through the clouds before you can reach the light. But remember also that you have never found anything in the cloud patterns you imagined, that endured, or that you wanted. Brother, this is very true. You cannot find anything in the world. I traveled the whole world. I was in more than 40 countries teaching, and you do not find anything in this world. This world we made up is hell. It is hell. It is suffering. No, I do not want this anymore. I do not want to suffer anymore. I do not want to believe in anything. Nothing gives me anything. Only God is, and in Him we live. Let's make that jump. Whew. Since all illusions of salvation have failed you, surely you do not want to remain in the clouds, looking vainly for idols there. No. When you could so easily walk into the light of real salvation, try to pass the clouds by whatever means appeals to you. If it helps you, think of me, Jesus is speaking, holding your hand and leading you. And I assure you, this will be no idle fantasy. I've done this. Yes, I've done it, Jesus, with you, and yes, only remembering that I'm one with you is such a liberation. It's such a liberation. I'm the whole. I'm one with Jesus Christ, and I'm the heaven. For the short and frequent practice periods today, remind yourself that your salvation comes from you, and nothing but your own thoughts can hamper you. Your progress can hinder your progress. You are free. I didn't know that word hamper. I never heard it. That can hinder your progress. You are free from all external interference. You are in charge of your salvation. You are in charge of the salvation of the world. Say then, my salvation comes from me. Nothing outside of me can hold me back. Within me is world salvation and my own. That is true. I repeat, my salvation comes from me. Nothing outside of me can hold me back. No. Within me, the world salvation is the world salvation and my own. Yes, brother. We are free. You are me and I'm you. We are free. We are the light. We are the love. Decide for this. Please do it together with me. See beyond this form. Help me and I help you. We see beyond the form the light of the Christ, the beauty, the oneness in which we live. God has created us equal. All the gifts of God are mine and yours. We share one identity. This is a decision. We decide for the whole world. We decide for everyone to be free. My salvation comes from me. And I'm the whole. I decide for everyone. I'm the whole. What for am I here? I'm here only to salvate, for the salvation of the world. I came in this world only for one purpose. To adopt a body, to play a little by a human, and to recognize that in this there is nothing. So in my personal case, I had everything. Everything. Beautiful parents, I was rich, I was beautiful, I was having a nice husband and child and everything, circumstance. But you see, it is closing me up. Did I find my salvation there? No. No. Not at all. But in the moment Jesus has come and has shown me that beyond all the figures I made up is a beauty. It's God's child. It's the truth. It's the love beyond all forms. It's the real world. Then you do not want this world of death anymore. You want to be in the light, where I am in truth. We want to be in the love. Hold it in the love arms of the Father. Oh, He loves us so much, brother. Sorry, I have to cry. But the Father wants us desperately back home and wants to make us happy. Why don't we return? We decide this today. He wants that we are home. He wants that we are happy. And so us making us happy, He wants to give that happiness through our mind to every being. Don't we want this? Do we want to kill our brothers? No. Let's decide for the eternal life now, for the beauty we are, and that we share with all. Have a beautiful day. I love you, and I know that you love me. We are in the Father, and only in the Father. Free. and nowhere else. Nowhere else, beloved, nowhere else.